Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeremy. I am the pastor here at First United Methodist Church of Beaumont, and it is my joy and privilege to welcome you all to the final installation of our Lenten organ recital series. We're so thankful for all of you who've been here from the beginning, and for those of you for whom this is your first time. We're trying to make this a regular thing, so be on the lookout for future organ recital series, because they're truly a blessing, both musically, and then we get to have lunch afterwards. So I get to remind you today that you should stick around, grab a meal afterward. This meal and this concert is in support of the Beaumont Rainbow Room. If you don't know what the Rainbow Room is, they're an organization that works with CPS especially and other families in need. They have a room full of resources. It is actually a room that has all the resources a family might need to leave a crisis situation. So clothes, diapers, maybe a few toys, things that a family might need when they leave a situation with nothing but the clothes on their backs. Those CPS workers or social workers can go to the room, get what they need to help them get to a stable situation. So it's a really important resource, a really key and vital thing that service that is provided to our community and to those families who are in so much need. So I would encourage you, grab a bite of food before you leave. There's a table with some more information about the Rainbow Room. Let them at least give you their spiel about all that they do and why they're so important. We're so excited to partner with them and support them through this series. And in lieu of paying for lunch, we encourage you to make a donation to support the Rainbow Room because we love the work that they do and want to continue to support all that the ways that they bless our community. Now, one more thing that I need to mention real quick. We have a follow-up recital or concert sort of thing coming up. We don't have the date finalized just yet, but that will be the Duo Carusa. Some Lamar piano faculty will be here in a few weeks or maybe a month or so. Just take a look at our social media and our church publications. We're going to do a follow-up to this as soon as we're able to get that on the calendar. And then I know that, again, we'll do this probably next Lent or maybe even before then because this is such a blessing to have these beautiful musical gifts shared with us. And we love to eat together and to support our community. So thank you once again for being here. I appreciate your support of the Rainbow Room and of the Beaumont chapter of the American Guild of Organists. So I'm going to invite their dean, Chris Richter, to come forward now. He'll speak a little bit more to today's music and program. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, as they say, all good things must come to an end. And for those of us who have been involved in the series, we have certainly enjoyed the hospitality of First Methodist and the fantastic organ that is housed here. So it's been a great thrill for us to share music with you, and we certainly appreciate you sharing your time with us. But we are sitting at the week before Holy Week, and the rest of us have a lot to do next week. So we're happy to stop right now. We are fortunate to have one of our members presenting a very fine program today as I look down through the various works that Jordan plans to share with you, and I know you'll enjoy them. So we as church musicians often are not seen, we are heard, and so we appreciate the fact that you appreciate hearing us and that you turn out for events like this. Thank you so much.
Thank you all so much for coming. I like to talk at these things because it makes me less nervous. We're going to move from France to Germany for our next couple of selections as we hear 3 chorale preludes by J.S. Bach, specifically from his Orgelbuchlein, the Little Organ Book. I was reminded as I prepared these remarks that he wrote this for beginning organists. And I think as you'll hear in some of the pieces, they're not quite beginner level by today's standards, at the very least. The organ volume was designed to offer guidance in how to perform or hymn tunes in various ways. Bach in the book played 164. We only got 46 in his life. The works are often called miniature masterpieces. They're short, full of symbolism, counterpoint, and even musical word painting. So I'll perform these 3 from the Orgelbuchlein as a set. We're coming to America. Here are arrangements of 3 hymn tunes from Walker's Southern Harmony. This was a collection put together in 1830, one of, at the time, the most popular tune of the time, a collection of folk hymns, revival songs, camp meeting tunes, and early American compositions, many of which would likely have been lost if they were not compiled by Walker. So in a way, it preserved and spread early American music, so really significant to our modern hymnody. We'll hear 3 arrangements from 3 well-known American organists of the 20th century, including a relatively new arrangement of Land of Rest, the tune that many of us sing to, I Come With Joy to Meet Our Lord, or Meet My Lord, by Robert Powell, who just passed away a few months ago. So thank you again for coming. We have a fantastic instrument that we're hearing this afternoon. This is an Alien Skinner pipe organ. The core of it dates to 1942, to the Dome Church that was right across the street. Now more than 70 ranks. It's been enlarged through the years. So enjoy, and I'll talk a bit more at the end. Thank you. Church bells, always appreciated. The program, we're going to wrap up this afternoon with two different pieces by Healy Willen. He is a composer well known in church circles, but may not be super well known to you if you don't love organ music or if you're not singing in a church choir these days. He's known as the Dean of Canadian Composers. Born in Great Britain, did most of his study there, and immigrated to Canada in the early 20th century. From there, he arrived eventually at the St. Mary Magdalene Church in Toronto and ended up writing more than 800 compositions, mostly for choir and organ. Scholars say his music is about devotion, depth, and dignity. Willen himself once said, "Music is an art concerned with the expression of the beautiful." We're first going to hear his variations on the hymn tune St. Flavian, which many of you will associate with the Lenten hymn, Lord Who Throughout These 40 Days. It is reminiscent of the partitas and chorale variations of the German Baroque composers, including Pachelbel and Bach. And then we'll wrap up with Willen's Prelude and Fugue in G minor. It's a very quick one, composed in 1930 but not published until the mid-1950s, viewed as one of Willen's finest large-scale organ works. It is deeply Anglican, filled with lines that seem musical melodies that seem to be inspired by chant. So thank you again for coming this afternoon. I look forward to visiting with you afterwards. Thank you again.